Hello, and welcome to another BZPower set review. I am BZPower's Ninja Reviewing Reporter, Xccj, and today we are looking at one of the new LEGO Ninjago movie sets, Set 70607, Ninjago City Chase. This is one of the cheaper sets at $19.99 USD. It comes with 233 pieces. 5 excellent minifigures and a little cityscape. This is probably showing some scene from the film where Lloyd and Nia chase down a Shark Army thug. But it looks pretty interesting with a central conflict for the ninja as well as a little bit of variety with the Ninjago City setting. The back shows off an alternate scene where they have captured the criminal, as well as a couple other scenes highlighting the various models here and the figures. And the top of the box shows you the 5 characters, as well as an actual size version of Lloyd. And on the inside, we got 2 bags of parts, 1 instruction booklet, as well as a sticker sheet. It looks like a bunch of these signs are in the new Ninjago script, and you can look up the full translations using some of LEGO's translators. So yeah, let's take a look at the parts. And here we are. You have 233 pieces plus a few extras, which is a pretty good value for a $20 set. There's not a whole lot of bright colors. You get a little bit of brown as well as splashes of grays and white for the police vehicle, as well as a fair amount of black. There's a little bit of red scattered in, as well as the green apple pieces. And then a few more. Counting the interesting pieces, you have a couple of the lamppost elements. They're not exactly a new piece, but still relatively uncommon. You have Thor's hammer. That's cool to be used here again. You have this rope element, which is another relatively uncommon element. You also have this little stud piece in gold, a rather uncommon element, but still fairly useful. You have this tile phone print. I believe it's a new print, and it should be useful for any city goers. For a new design, we have this new cone hat. We've seen a variation in a lot of Ninjago sets, but this is a brand new design. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the top has a stud connection, so that bit is just for decoration. Finally, the most interesting new piece is this modified tile. It's a 2x2 element, but half of it includes studs and the other half is a tile. And it's a cool new piece design, and I'm sure lots of people will find great ways to use this. So a bunch of fairly good pieces. Now let's see what the minifigures look like. And here we have it, the 5 characters from the set. You have Lloyd Garmadon, the protagonist of the series. Nia, the water ninja. You also have a Shark Army thug. A kind of generic character who shows up in a lot of the other sets in some form or another. You have a police officer, Officer Torque, and then you have a civilian who is only called Ham. So it's definitely an interesting collection of characters. First off, you have Lloyd. He comes in his civilian outfit. He comes with a dark green hoodie and some black jeans. The hood is printed on the back. He has a little soda can with the printed top. That's kind of neat. He has a new face design with some green eyes. He has 2 expressions, kind of like happy. And this is a little more concerned look. The hairpiece is new, but it's similar to the one that's been used for the classic Lloyd character in the previous Ninjago sets. So he's fairly cool. Some variations of civilian Lloyd appear in a couple other sets, so he's not exactly unique, but this is still one of the cheaper ways to get him. Next you have Nia in her new civilian clothes. She has a nice leather jacket with a striped shirt and then some ripped jeans with boots as well. She carries her phone and has some printing on the back as well. She has two expressions, a happy face here, and then kind of a serious face. The hairpiece is a nice new mold, pretty cool. It's a fair departure from her previous hairstyle, but they're trying to give her some attitude in this movie, so that helps. The Shark Army Thug is a very generic character, but he still comes with a cool outfit in sand blue and gray. It has some nice straps, and again on the back. This guy has a patch eye, as well as this kind of dark orange beanie. And his weapon is a fish with a hammer in it. Most of the Shark Army characters have some sort of fish weapon. And his specific fish is new in this light blue color, so that's kind of cool. But otherwise, he's a fairly generic character and a little bit boring, especially considering we have some really unique ones in more expensive sets. Officer Torque is a fairly generic police character. He reminds me a lot of Bad Cop. He has a very similar torso with the police logo there, and a radio, plain dark blue legs, and some more detail on the back. I believe the helmet is the same as Bad Cop from the Lego movie, and he has the one facial expression with his nice mustache. So he's showing that the police force is still strong in Ninjago, and even carries a pair of handcuffs. Finally, we have the civilian, Ham. He comes in dark blue robes. His has some smudges on it, so maybe he got into a food fight before the ninjas showed up. He has the new hat piece, and his expression is somebody who is very unhappy, but just the one expression. And then he has some leg printing, as well as some money he collected from somebody before they attacked his marketplace. So it's a pretty good cast of characters, 5 for a $20 set, and 2 main characters. So a lot of great things going on with the figs here. The first item we have is the 3-wheeled police vehicle. It's definitely a new style of police vehicle, and has a very Asian feel to it to get through tight corners. Although it seems a little empty since it doesn't have any of the doors, so it looks a little rickety. It has some lights on the front as well as the windscreen. A little clip in here for his handcuffs when he's not holding them, as well as some handlebars. Although from experience, it is a bit difficult to get him to grip the handlebars while he's sitting there inside because it's such a cramped space. You might have to take the set apart to get to it. There's also space in the back for somebody to sit down behind him. This could be either him taking a civilian character around the town, or perhaps it's the bad guys he's arrested and he's taking them to the police station. Although it would be pretty easy for them to jump out of the side since, again, no doors. Some nice detail is a police symbol on the side here. You get 2 stickers, 1 for each side. It does have 3 wheels, so that makes it a little bit unique. And while I like the base design, the rest of it just seems a little bit too slapped on. So I like where they were going, but I'm not sure if the end result is my favorite. Another additional bit is he does have rear view windows on each side, and that's a nice touch that I like that Lego is adding to a lot of vehicles nowadays. Still, it makes her a small little vehicle, and it would be quite fitting in Ninjago City. Next up is Ham's Marketplace. This is a pretty decent food stable, but it has some neat designs. One of my favorite is the flag roof design here. It uses this pin here to keep the flags in place, so that's nice. You also have a couple little lanterns hanging from here and supports. Another interesting bit is if you look at the edge here, this is one of the kind of claw pieces, but it's used more to stabilize the whole stand out front, and also provides a way to angle up the food carts full of the cherries and the fish. So Ham can be selling his food here, and it looks like it'd be fitting in any Ninjago marketplace, or perhaps if your standard LEGO city wants a Ninjago district. A pretty cool design. Basic, yes, but it works. He also has a small bucket of apples that he can put on the side, and this is made possible using a inverted slope on the bottom of the bucket, and it angles up quite nicely. Finally, we have the street lights. This is the lamppost piece plus an extra antenna to keep it up a little bit higher. It uses the paint roller to get this nice angle to hold the rope that has the lanterns hanging from it. And then you have signs on each lamppost. So it definitely gives a Ninjago City vibe, and the script on all the signs is pretty cool too. The other benefit for this chain that the set advertises is that the ninjas can grab onto it and kind of swing along it, showing off their ninja parkour skills. So here's the full set in all its glory, plus a bunch of extra pieces. This definitely adds a nice flavor to the Ninjago cityscape. You have a cool looking vehicle, a nice food stand, and the street lights and lanterns that have some nice signs. So although each of the individual models are pretty small and standard, together they still give a vibrancy and a sense of culture for the city. And you have a couple of great characters to play around with as well. So it's a cool set that's also nice and affordable. So it'll give you something to play with and hopefully replay some cool scenes from the movie. Well, thanks again for watching another BZPower set review. Make sure to like and subscribe to the BZPower YouTube channel. And again, check out the picture and text review on BZPower.com, where I'll go into some more little details of the sets, including what the various signs translate into. And stay tuned to BZPower for more LEGO set reviews, including more of the LEGO Ninjago movie sets. Thanks again for watching. I win!